Hello guys, yes, this is all plant meat, okay? There's no animal protein here. So I'll show you how I make this. This is a special feeling for things like meat pies, making meatballs, meatless meat pies, obviously, and meatless meatballs. We're starting with some dried shiitake mushrooms that are pre-soaked in some water. And then I have some freshly frozen mushrooms. This is lion's mane. I've also got some king oyster mushrooms. Some people use portobello mushrooms, whatever mushrooms you have really. I just like freezing them. Then these are chickpea flour. I actually use sprouted chickpea flour. I make it myself. I have a video on how I sprout and make the flour, not too complicated. So using the stock from the shiitake, I'm putting it into this chickpea flour, about 100 mils to 100 mils of flour, and giving it a good whisk. Now to a hot cast iron skillet, I will add a little bit of olive oil, about half a tablespoon, and then put the mushrooms in. Mushrooms are high moisture, okay? You see all that moisture from the mushrooms. So let it cook a bit, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and add the dry shiitake mushrooms in no particular order. It doesn't have to be chopped finely at this point. Next to my chickpea, it's almost like a chickpea egg we're making here. I'm gonna season it with salt. So these are the spices I'll be using: some black pepper, some salt, some garlic powder, some oregano, some onion powder, a bit of thyme, a bit of paprika. So just whatever spices you like, just season it as you normally season your mincemeat, okay? Now I'm just adding some salt, pepper, and onion powder into this chickpea flour egg, and then giving it a good whisk and let it sit for about 10 to 15 minutes. Okay, next we have our beets. Okay, chop the beetroot up a little bit and blend it with just minimal water, as much as you can, just reduce the water. Now the mushrooms are dried, okay? We're going to be adding in our chickpea eggs that's been sitting for about 10 to 15 minutes. This just makes it more crumbly. And then I'll add all the seasonings I had aside. Mix this whole thing up as though you're making some chickpea and mushroom eggs, all right? And then I added some fresh bolotti beans and stuff. You can add whatever pulses you want at this point, but there should be things that won't take long to cook. Now this is what everything is looking like, all cooked. And then I'll add a tablespoon or cooking spoon of beets, okay, the pureed beets. Now this looks really bright red. If you don't want it this bright red, you can reduce the amount of beets you use, or you can just use more paprika. But I wanted to give this pure, ground beef color. So guys, that's it. Put it in the blender, pulse it. Don't make it smooth. You see how it's pulsed? It looks like pure ground beef, and it tastes so good. Obviously it's not animal protein. It can't be this, you can't deceive anyone with the taste, but it's good for us. And for me, I don't eat animal protein because it's inflammatory to me. This is a great alternative. So guys, this is not to tell you to eat this, but this is if you're struggling to find an alternative, you can make this at home, nice and easy. So guys, give this video a thumbs up if you've enjoyed it, if it's added value to you. Like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in another one. Bye.